My name is Annie Turnbo Malone, and long before the world praised black beauty, I was building an empire around it. I was born on August 9, 1869, in Metropolis, Illinois, just a few years after slavery ended. My parents were formerly enslaved, but they gave me the most precious gift, the belief that I was worthy, brilliant, and capable. That belief carried me further than most imagined possible. I was a sickly child, often pulled out of school, but I loved chemistry. I spent hours mixing formulas and experimenting with natural ingredients. While others saw black women's hair as a burden, I saw it as a crown, and I created products to help it shine. In the early 1900s, I developed a scalp treatment and hair growth system that would later become the foundation for what we now call the black hair care industry. I called it Poro, a West African word meaning physical and spiritual wholeness. I sold my products door to door, giving demonstrations and teaching other black women how to care for their hair. But I wasn't just building a business. I was building opportunity. I trained thousands of women across the country to become self-sufficient sales agents and beauty culturists. Many of them, like Madam C.J. got their start under my mentorship. She went on to build her own legacy, and I celebrate that. But remember, I paved the path first. I established Poro College in St. Louis in 1918. It was more than a beauty school. It was a black-owned institution, complete with a manufacturing plant, classrooms, dormitories, and a civic center. At a time when black people couldn't walk freely in many parts of America, I built a sanctuary of learning, pride, and progress. I became one of the first black female millionaires in the United States. But what mattered more than the money was the mission. I gave generously to HBCUs, the YMCA, and orphans. I believe success meant nothing unless you used it to lift others. I lived a life of service, faith, and vision. The world may forget my name, but it still wears the crown I created. I am Annie Turnbo Malone, chemist, educator, philanthropist, and pioneer. I turned beauty into a movement, and I made sure black women saw themselves as worthy, wealthy, and radiant.